What's up YouTube, Jeff back again from DopeTechDaily.com. Today I'm bringing you guys part 2 of my Pixel 2 XL versus OnePlus 5T series. In the first video we looked at 5 things that make the OnePlus 5T a better buy than the Pixel 2 XL. Today we're going to look at the reverse and talk about 5 things that the Pixel 2 XL does better than the OnePlus 5T. Now as usual I do have a Google Keep document right down here if you guys want to check it out in the comments with the 5 items there so you can follow along. Let's get right into the first thing, which is the camera. Now, of course, the OnePlus 5T does have a dual camera setup on the back. The Pixel 2 XL only has a single camera, but the things that Google have been able to do with Auto HDR Plus and also a lot of their machine learning that goes into their camera software has just been very, very impressive. And it's definitely the best camera on the market for my money. That's not to say the OnePlus 5T doesn't have a decent camera, but it's just not on the same level as the Pixel 2 XL. So I put together a couple of photos here just to give you a sample of what I'm talking about. Look at the amazing portrait effect on these couple of macros here. They're very, very nice. The actual amount of bokeh you can get here with just a single lens is very impressive. The detail, you can see that the object that I wanted in focus, completely in focus, the background completely blurred. Sure, it does fail sometimes, but it's the most reliable blur in the background that I've been able to do. And you can also do portrait mode with the selfie camera. This is something you can't do on any other phone, and it's very impressive. Now, sometimes it does mess up the edge detection. There's a little bit on my headphones here on this side. You can notice that it kind of blurs on the very far side of the silver of those Bose headphones, but it's very good overall. A couple of other shots outdoors in low light on overcast day of my Apple Watch. A photo I took for Gadget Hacks, cover photo of the Razer phone, great detail indoors with low light. And then this picture of my wife's artichoke and spinach dip for the holidays. Very nice detail and lighting as well. Very impressive. So the camera for me is definitely the best reason to get the Pixel 2 XL. Is it worth the money? Well, I mean, that's up for you to decide how much you use your camera, but it's definitely the best one on the market. Like I said, the OnePlus 5T has a good camera, but just not on that flagship level with the Pixel 2 XL. The next thing is software updates. So this is probably an obvious one. Last time I talked about the fact that I really like Oxygen OS on the OnePlus 5T. It's got a lot of nice customization features like custom icon packs, etc. But when it actually comes to the version of Android that you're running on your phone, it's always going to get the latest updates from Google, which is a great thing. And if you see here, I'm already running on this particular phone, Android 8.1.0. You can see right there, I updated to the newest version. The OnePlus 5T isn't even on Oreo yet. They will have a beta out soon. There is one for the OnePlus 5, and then they should hopefully roll it out maybe at the beginning of January or at the end of this year. But with the Pixel 2 phones, you know you're going to get the latest from Google at all times. You're going to get a couple of years of software updates. You don't know exactly how many versions you're going to get with the 5T. It could be that P is the last one you get because OnePlus committed to having 2 versions of Android, and technically since it doesn't have Oreo, you might only get Oreo and then whatever Android P is. So if that's important to you, I think the Pixel is a great value there, and that is a huge deal to a lot of people, especially enthusiasts of Android. The next thing are the front-facing stereo speakers. So the Pixel 2 XL does have the new extra tall aspect ratio, but it also has these nice front-facing speakers here, which sound very good. Now the OnePlus 5T does have, a speaker on the bottom that's the main firing speaker, and those just never sound quite as good as the front-facing speakers. So just to give you a little sample here, I queued up a little track from YouTube's free music library to play for you. It's at full volume right there. Very loud and very crisp audio. You can definitely hear, all of the notes in the music. It's very clear for a smartphone speaker and very impressive. So in terms of the audio quality, you've got to give the edge to front-facing stereo speakers. A lot of people have said that it makes the phone look not as attractive as something like the 5T or maybe the Note 8 or the Galaxy S8 Plus because it doesn't have quite as much of a full screen display. But actually you can see at the bottom bezel on the Pixel 2 XL and the OnePlus 5T, it's not a dramatic difference, and you get those stereo speakers. Personally, I would rather have those in there even if I'm giving up a little bit of bezel space. The next thing is the water and dust resistance rating of the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 2 XL. So the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 2 XL are IP67, dust and water resistant. Basically what that means is that you can submerge the phone in up to 1 meter of water, roughly 3 feet, for up to 30 minutes. Now it would be nice to see IP68, which lets you submerge it in 1.5 meters of water. It's a little bit safer if you drop it in a pool or something. But the OnePlus 5T does not have any official IP rating. Now that doesn't mean if you just splash it or you get it in the rain that it's going to destroy your phone. Of course it has some measures taken by OnePlus to make sure that doesn't happen, but it doesn't have that official IP certification. A lot of people have said probably because it might drive up the price in order to get certified. That does cost OnePlus some money, but that's a big benefit if you want that rating, if you don't want to have to worry about dropping your phone in the water, if you live by a lake, by the ocean, anywhere, and you're often in the water. That's definitely a huge benefit. Or if you're somewhere where it rains and just want to take out your phone and use it without care, that's another great reason to have that feature. And then the last one is a little bit more complicated. This actually is something that surfaced yesterday that I've known about for a while on the OnePlus phones, but a lot of people haven't talked about. And that is that the OnePlus 5T is actually not certified for streaming HD video content from services like Netflix and Amazon Prime Video, etc. I wrote this over up on Gadget Hacks, so I'll drop a link below if you want the full explainer. But the basic idea is that Google has in place some digital rights management protocol called Widevine, which determines whether or not devices can stream high-definition content from services, like I said, Netflix and all those streaming services, and Google Play Movies, of course. And in order to have that, you need to have the highest level of Widevine certification. So there's actually a way to check this using an app on the Play Store. The app is called DRM Info, and so I'll go ahead and open it on both phones here so you can check it out. You'll notice that the Pixel 2 XL right here, you'll see that it says security level L1. That's the highest tier of the Google Widevine Modular DRM protocol, and that allows you to stream 4K, 1080p HD, all kinds of really high definition content from streaming services. You'll notice the OnePlus 5T, where it says security level, is L3. So that's third tier. It only lets you stream standard definition content on your OnePlus 5T as of right now. Now, OnePlus did mention yesterday, when a lot of people started noticing this, that they are going to issue an update that will bring the L1 support, and you'll be able to get that HD content streaming back. But until then, I think a huge advantage of the Pixel 2, Pixel 2 XL, and other flagships over the OnePlus 5T and some other mid-tier sort of flagships like the ZT Axon 7 is that they do not have that L1 support. The Axon 7 also doesn't have it. So this is something a lot of people haven't touched on over the years, but it is something important and something that these companies like OnePlus should start adding into their phones. And then the final one is just a quick bonus, and this one's kind of just a small advantage in comparing battery life, because I know someone's going to want me to talk about that. I get about 5.5 to 6 hours on my Pixel 2 XL. I get about 5 hours on the OnePlus 5T. It's not a huge difference, but I have to say, if you want the better battery life because of the more efficient implementation with Google's base software, because it is a Google piece of hardware, the Pixel 2 XL is a little bit better in that category, but not a huge advantage. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for my second comparison video. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I'll drop the other one below if you want to check out the 5 reasons that the 5T is ahead. If you guys have thoughts, drop them in the comments. We can definitely discuss it. Find me at dopetechdaily.com, Google+, Instagram, and Twitter at the links in the description. You can also find me writing over at gadgethacks.com for all my written coverage. Please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification icon so I can make future videos like this. I really appreciate you guys checking it out, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching.